Welcome back to Business. I'm not going to introduce anyone anymore because everyone knows at this point, I think.
And
I feel like we've been doing this for
did you make everybody
years.
aware of our how we're on the back of a bunch of trailers now riding across America?
No, but I think we should clip that in here. A nice picture of what people will be seeing. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Perfect. There we are.
Exciting.
It's going to be really, I hope to see one of those trucks on the freeway.
100 trailers, 110 trailers across about 38, 39 states. Figure the average trailer goes about 100,000 miles to 120,000 miles a year times 100 trailers. So it's going to be a lot of people seeing us out there.
I don't know if I'm ready for the fame.
Yeah, same.
The paparazzi, all of the things that come along with that. I'm not
I
prepared.
feel like I'm ready.
Are you? Yeah, I know Mike's ready. There's no question about that.
Yeah, Mike for sure. Mike, think about how many friends he could make if so many people know him. I mean, Mike is the man of the people himself.
I like being low key, honestly.
Oh, okay. Says the guy flying on a private jet to the World Cup.
Well, because I want to be low key, I don't need 300 people to know about it.
No. Oh, sorry about that.
Shia, how could you?
I know, right? Mr. Low Key.
That's exciting, though. World Cup next week.
Yes, we're all rooting for Iraq after the U.S.
We're just happy to be there. Someone said to me, "You really think they're going to win?" I'm like, no. But they haven't made it in 40 years, so let me at least enjoy it. And they're playing America. Like, this is
I got a question.
Huge.
This is really ignorant. How do you qualify to play in the World Cup? Like, how do you make it?
So this year was a little bit different. They expanded how many teams can make it. And
that's why Iraq made it.
Yeah, and they were the actual last team to make it. They were number 48 out of 48.
Oh, wow.
But how does it work? How does it work? You qualify against other countries? You qualify internally? How does it work?
Yeah, so there's qualification matches. I think it starts at the continent level, and then it gets broken up into different groups, and that's how they qualify. Europe has way more seeds than other continents. I think they give like 6 to Asia, 4 to Africa, 10 to South America. So it's broken. It's a strategically broken down way of getting certain teams in, because Europe is way stronger in terms of soccer than, let's say, Asia. So it made sense for Europe to have more teams. A lot of teams, like a notable team that didn't make the World Cup this year was Italy. They didn't qualify. So
my heart.
No, exactly. So people are complaining that, Iraq made it. Italy should be in there. And yes, I think everyone agrees. But this is not the Euro Cup. This is the World Cup. So everyone needs to have a chance.
Well, you could also argue that in any sport, right? The East and the West in basketball, or the Tigers division versus the Dodgers. Like, there's no parity, but you have to have some system in place, right?
Exactly.
So that people can compete to qualify.
Well, I'm excited for you, Mike. This is
me too. I was excited for us to go to the game until I found out we weren't invited.
You weren't invited. I was invited.
But okay, fine. I'm disappointed. You guys all have a great time.
Just kidding.
Are you back here on Monday?
I am back here late Monday night because I will be playing in an Athletes for Israel event on Monday afternoon in New York.
Playing what exactly?
Playing what?
Playing sports?
Yeah, volleyball.
You play volleyball?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Very good.
A beach volleyball Athletes for Israel event.
Okay.
That would be iconic. We should talk to them about that.
I think I'm going to cancel everything I have going
on. Just to watch.
Originally, I had you on the team, but now I found out you're busy that day. So it's mixed. It's mixed gender. So Sarah's playing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be.
What was that?
I'm not going to say anything.
No, tell us, Sarah. What?
No, I'm just laughing at the thought of you playing beach volleyball. Even me playing beach volleyball, but I'm actually okay. I've played here and there.
Assuming he's not okay?
Yeah, that's what I kind of got that implication too.
I didn't. Shy is a man of many skills. I didn't know beach volleyball was one of them. That's all. This
yeah,
is
I mean, I
news
don't
to
play.
me.
I mean, I don't play up in the front, in front of the net. If that's what you want, if you thought I did, but I mean, yeah, I'm really good at serving. I strategically place the ball between people.
Amazing.
Yep.
A hidden talent. Thanks for sharing.
How'd you guys never know this about? Anyway, there's a beach volleyball event in New York that we're playing in on Monday.
Okay. Can we get some clips of you serving?
Of course. It'll be all over. I mean, I think there's a bunch like the New York Giants are going to be there, some ex-New York Knicks. I think there's a bunch of athletes. I'm not sure which teams are coming, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a mix of like, athletes and donors, supporters. You mix together the team.
I feel the need to share that this is actually a golf outing.
Was it
I
golf?
don't want to be spreading misinformation.
Was it golf? Potato.
Yeah, you can leave your volleyball at home, Cheyenne.
I always get confused.
Well, I was going to lead into one of our topics with him speaking on the Giants, ex-Giants players and ex-Knicks players, and talk about the series. And it's probably going to be posted way after the series is over. And that crazy comeback by the Knicks the other day.
What are your thoughts on that, Michael? Question number one: did you or did you not bet when they were down 29 points?
So I didn't bet when they were 29. I bet when they were down 17. So it wasn't as juicy, and I wasn't super confident. It was just to have a horse in the race, but it did end up working out. I actually thought Spurs were going to win it, and I had taken pregame Spurs +2, so the Knicks won by 1. So it was great for me. I won the hedge bet on the Knicks, and then the Spurs pregame bet. So it was fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we have a mutual friend who bet $50 when they were down 29.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
What's the payout on that?
I don't know, I think it was like 11,000 or something.
Amazing.
Or something. I don't know. I thought he said 11. I don't know. It was a big
100 sounds more realistic, but also
maybe it was 1100. Maybe it was 1100. I'm sorry.
It's making 22 to 1.
Yeah, maybe it was 1100 probably. Yeah. So Mike, you want to tell us how much you bet, or also like $50?
Close. I put 2,200 on +800. It netted about 18,000.
You about 18,000 or 18,000 exactly?
No, because there was some change in there. Because my balance, anytime it has like change left over. So when I place my bet, I put the change on there as well.
And why 18,000 as your winning number?
It just seems like life should evolve around 18.
It really should, right? Yeah, that's
life starts at 18. You get a lot of freedoms at 18. You have the right to vote at 18. Before you could smoke a cigarette at 18. No, Sarah, we're showing our age. It's 21 now.
Is it really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Walk into a store, gas station, look at that sign that says you must be born before, what is it now? Like 2008?
No,
way too late.
You know when it gets bad, when you have to like scroll for your birthday and you're like, hold on a second. When did I become the guy who's scrolling?
Making me feel old over here.
But no,
I'm actually happy about that though.
That what?
That it's 21 now. That's good.
I agree. But that actually goes back to our topics that's not on our agenda today. But when we talked about that, still infuriates me that you can't buy a cigarette, but you can like be on social media watching all this crazy stuff online with no restriction whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense to me. But in regard to the Knicks, my 2 cents are, I think there's a lesson there about not giving up. I mean, you want to talk about having the life taken out of you. Down 29, in the third quarter, I think it was halfway through the third or something like that. The other team was shooting like 74% or something ridiculous in the first half. A lot of people would have folded. You saw the crowd was just, everyone was sitting there deflated, and they just kept chipping away, and you never know. You never know.
Largest comeback in NBA history.
Is it NBA history or just finals history?
I thought NBA, but Mike, correct me, please.
I think it's finals. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut that
out. All right, finals. There we go.
Start it all over with finals.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I think you saw I was wondering, what do you guys think about this? I told someone, If the guy would have held the ball, gotten fouled, and the game would have gone to overtime, I think the Knicks would have won by 20 in overtime. And, you always hear about momentum and whether or not that has an impact, and you really see how momentum has an impact. I mean, you could tell the Spurs were so rattled, and New York, like that, you knew the New York was winning that game, one way or the other. Once they got to that point, they were winning, no matter what. Everybody in the building knew, everyone watching knew. It was crazy, but it just goes to show there's always hope. There's always hope. No matter how down and out you are, there's always hope. Get back up, keep playing.
I like that. That's a great outlook and great example for anyone who feels like they're down. You're right. It's never over. Luckily for us, our clock is longer than a 12-minute quarter. So we have plenty of time. If they could do it in that short amount of time, then what's stopping us, right?
Exactly. You never know what tomorrow
really
will be.
deep today. I like it.
Mike is a deep guy. You just have to pull it out of him, but he's very, very deep.
I feel like every week we're just like peeling back more layers of Mike, He's like an onion.
Yes, which is so strange because usually he's just like open book day one, but in this format, it's really, you gotta rip it off.
I like it. It's good. It's good. I think it's a good play for something like this. Like, don't let everyone see all of your layers on the first, second, third. Take some time to open up a little bit. I like it.
Yeah, you get it.
I get it. Smart, strategic.
He is.
I do have a question though. Are we going to take the 18,000 winnings and roll that into your next bet next week?
He didn't tell you he already lost it since the Knicks was 2 days ago.
No, come on.
No. We have to. I don't think I would take Knicks in San Antonio. And by the time this is posted again, the game is going to be over. So I'm going to make a random prediction that Wemby goes for 50. San Antonio wins in San Antonio, and then the Knicks take it at the Garden.
Okay.
So hold on a second. Are we betting 18,000 that Wemby goes for 50?
No, we're just going to bet that San Antonio wins.
Okay, and what's the line?
I have no idea. I can I'll log in and we'll get that. Sure. I haven't taken a look. But I'd assume they're like -6.5. Back against the wall at home. They're gonna show the home team some love, and we are gonna find out.
You're gonna take them -6.5, or you're gonna take them on the money line?
That's a great question. I usually wait until like right before tip off to make it 40. They are -5.5, and -198 on the money line.
All right. So what's the decision? Are we placing the bet right now?
No.
Come on, do it.
I feel like we should.
No, because it can move. It can move. I don't want to fall into that shark trap. It could be -5.5 today, and then the New York people got big money. So when they start placing their bets, that starts altering the line, and then Spurs can be -3.5 before tip off, and now I got I lost 3 points by jumping the gun.
I hear you. Speaking of which, do you see the prices for the tickets in New York? That was insane. No, why? I was looking for you on the floor in row 1. I didn't see you there.
I was on the cheaper side of the court side, on the right row.
Across on the Steve Cohn side. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, that's another thing we didn't get invited to, Sarah.
You know what? I'm just going to get used to it, rather than getting upset about it, letting it ruin my day. It seems to be a trend at this point. So
you see, I'm
not expecting it. And that way, one day, if it does happen, it's like, oh my God, just amazing. We'll really celebrate hard, but I'm not expecting it.
See, I can't accept it because Mike would be my first call.
I didn't get invited to be small at all.
To what? There was an Iraq game that day. Are you kidding me? Iraq was playing. Everyone knows you're not going to come to the volleyball game.
All right, fair.
Sorry, Mike, you can't win that one. All right, moving on to the next one. The next topic of the day is pros and cons of teams having appreciation nights versus staying out of social issues. A lot of teams will do pride nights or certain religious nights, things like that. Specifically, Mike, we have Chaldean night coming up at the Tigers game, Tigers-Yankees. Super excited about that.
Yeah, Sarah, we got to talk about that. Turns out it wasn't the Yankees. We found this out the hard way. And it was.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even fact check you. You were like, this is the day.
It was probably my fault. I thought you told me June 23rd. It's July 23rd.
Oh, got it. All right.
So
well,
Mike and I were talking after, and Mike's like, no, I think you do have the tickets. I was like, no, that's, our third partner's game. He's like, well, no, I think that. I went and I'm like, hold on, June 23rd, it's the Yankees. He goes, no, July 23rd.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you're good, Mike. Apologies.
Could have been. I actually ended up purchasing a suite for my family because I really, this is the first time that the Tigers have ever done a Chaldean night over at Comerica Park. And
how many seats are in the suite, Mike?
It's a 60-person suite. It's a 35 and a 25 and they open up to each other. So it's more for corporate events. And that'll be just enough for my first cousins. So.
the whole row one.
So super excited about this. The San Diego Padres have held Chaldean night on multiple occasions. San Diego is another big Chaldean community, not as big as the Detroit Chaldean community, but if they were able to secure that, then there's no reason why the Tigers shouldn't have been able to do that. So we're glad that we got that going for us.
I didn't know that. I didn't know San Diego had a big Chaldean community. I never knew that.
Huge. Yeah.
Really? Interesting. All right. So now answer the question though.
So about
what teams holding,
So Shia says this because I felt very strongly about a certain celebration night. And I'm not.
Which celebration night did you feel strongly about?
So there was a Pride night that I wasn't too excited about, but not for any reason, like anyone would think, when they hear that. I took my children to that game, and that game happened to be on a Palm Sunday, which Palm Sunday, if Shia, if you're familiar, is when Jesus went to Jerusalem for Passover. So right around Passover for you. And I took my kids to this game. It was a Sunday game, and the halftime show was a drag queen runway show, whatever they are. And I felt really uncomfortable with.
Can you be a little more specific on what it was, just so the audience is clear?
How much more specific can I be?
So the halftime show was what? It was a runway drag queen show?
Yeah.
So they just lined up in the middle of the court and what's the setup?
Field.
So I didn't, I got up and walked to the club that we have with the C's because I don't want my kids to be exposed to this. And I think as a parent, I have every right to feel that way. If, I don't care what my kids decide to do with their lives. But I'm not going to let them be influenced at 3 and 4 years old of that, and that goes for even if we're watching TV and a man and a woman are kissing, that it's not like I'm letting them watch some things and not letting them watch the others. I'm just very against things like that. Not to compare a drag queen runway with people making out on TV, but I think that these things alter the way that children think. And, I want to have a little bit of control over what my children are exposed to. So
you want to preserve their innocence.
Yeah.
For as long as you can.
And I didn't like that. So Shai always makes his joke that Mike doesn't like Pride Night. But that was the reason. But I think that these celebrations overall are good. It's nice to be celebrated. Shai, they had Jewish Heritage Night at the Pistons one time, and when we looked around, everyone has Israeli flags, which was cool. They have Nina Night, Middle Eastern North African Night, which technically Shai could celebrate that too. Shai just gets the first, on top of all the Jewish holidays, he gets all these celebrations to go with it.
I do. But I'm a big fan of the Pride Night too, but I'll get to my opinion in a minute. Continue.
But I do think that it's nice. But sometimes inclusivity starts to make people feel like they're not included. Inclusivity makes people feel excluded. And that's how I felt at one of those nights. But I think overall it's a good thing.
So I think I think we kind of agree or maybe disagree, but maybe the reason behind why we agree or disagree is different. So I think that it should be an individual decision by the owner of the team. These teams are privately held by ownership, and different cities or states may feel differently about certain topics, right? So, for example, right, say in a more conservative area, right, a team may steer away from, a Pride Night or something like that. But, in San Francisco, maybe that's what their fan base wants. And I think an owner of a team, he owns a team and he should make a decision that's in the best interest as a business. I think as a business owner, you do what's in the best interest of your company. So, and to your point, if enough fans of this team feel that whichever one it was, is something they don't want to see, they should have a right to complain, and the ownership should be able, to make that decision. Now, when it starts getting a little, I would say, gray is, say you have a large, Muslim community who doesn't want a Jewish Pride Night, or vice versa, right? And you only can have one or the other. So that to me is where it's like, okay, if we're not going to have one, maybe we shouldn't have any, right? Because you start getting into who am I alienating? But again, to me, that's a business decision. It's not a personal decision. I agree with you. You should have, you should be able to choose what your kids see and don't see. I think that circles back to my hang up on kids having access to things on the internet at such a young age, which bothers me a lot. But as a parent, you should have that choice. Should my kids be exposed to it? No question. But I think the ultimate decision should come down to the individual ownership based on their fan base. I don't think it's a one size fits all solution, because we have such a diverse group of fans across such a large area.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what just happened to Bobblehead Night?
I think they're trying to say
Bobblehead Night. Oh, the bobbleheads of the world are feeling sad. Oh, we need to bring that back. I'm talking to you, Tigers. Lions.
Did baseball ever do bobbleheads?
I don't know. I do have one of the Lions players bobbleheads, so I feel like they definitely did. And not that long ago, like a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I do have a bobblehead somewhere, and I could probably find it. It's the Amon Ra doing the standing on his head celebration.
I love
Really?
that.
That's a cool one.
That's unique too. So his head bobbles upside down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what bobbles his head?
I've never seen one like that.
It's his feet bobble.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, you must find this. I need to see. Show the class.
I'm gonna find it. It's not here in front of me. Usually I like to have my props close by, but
that's
not
cool.
Prepared today.
No,
we'll give you a pass. It's Friday.
Speaking of which, Mike, why don't we tell the fans here about our current negotiation with the Lions?
I am about ready to just email and say remove me from this.
Well, that's not an option, but thanks for asking.
I think, anyone.
Is it getting uncomfortable, Mike?
What is that?
Is it getting uncomfortable?
Yeah. So I have Shia, who's very hard on anyone that tries to negotiate with him. Like, very hard. Okay. And it's undisputable. And then you can tell that the person on the other side from the Lions is so flustered that he just copies and pastes everything into ChatGPT, and he says, "Hey, please make a response."
So he writes like these 6-paragraph responses, and I write like one line. Literally, I'm like, no, if you can get us back to the original price, we'll take it. Stop. And then I get like this 5-paragraph spiel, which I go to the last line. Does it cost more? No. If you can get us back to the price we said, I'll take it. And this has been going on for, I don't know, a few weeks now.
I'm not really sure why we're negotiating at this point. Shia just wants to win, and I'm here for it.
Always.
Yeah.
The amount of, I would just want to say thank you for not including me on these emails, because the amount of times I have been included on such tough email threads.
It's not that tough. I don't understand. It's pretty simple. We're willing to take it at this price. Yes or no? If no, it's okay. It's okay.
Is it though?
100%. If he came back with, look, we can't do, if he literally responded with, hey, we can't do this, we're done. We're okay. I'm okay with that. But he comes back with this 3-4 paragraph speech, And then at the end, it's like, oh, by the way, it costs more. No,
Yeah.
that's what we said. I don't understand it.
I can almost guarantee I know his prompt to AI for that. You like tell him this can't happen, but also don't fully close the door.
Yeah, leave it open. Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Also say it as nice as possible.
in as long a format as possible.
Well, I don't think chat does anything in short format. I feel like it's like very obvious. People need to start deleting.
Mike, we should reply to the next one and say, can you add one more prompt to ChatGPT? Make this one paragraph or less.
Just cut to the numbers details. That's all Shy ever wants. What's the
Sarah and I
price?
had a presentation once. I think it was like one of the phone companies. The guy had like a 44-page presentation. I was like, please tell him in advance. Start at the last page. What does it cost?
Every time.
I'm like, I know you have the best network in the world. I know you're investing $100 billion and it's the world's greatest thing. But at the end, what does it cost?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I pictured them going to the last life for you. And it says, thank you. Any questions?
That
I only have one
happens too.
question. How much does this cost?
All right, moving on. Next topic for today, the Iran war updates on where we're at there. I know there's been a lot going on recently, a lot in the news, and how much is going on behind the scenes between moderate Arab countries and Israel. So, Shai, I know this is something that you were wanting to talk about. So do you want to start us off here?
Yeah. First of all, I think there's going to be a deal. I think the Iranians had a perception that Trump was to the point, due to, local issues, political reasons, he wasn't going to go back no matter what. So they started really pushing back on some of the terms of the deal. And once he showed he was willing to go back in again, I think the deal will get done now because I think they realize that he's serious. So that's part one. Part two, in regard to the amount going on behind the scenes, I think over time we're going to see the full picture. I don't know if we'll ever see the full picture, but I think over time we'll see a lot more. I will tell you that I know firsthand that there's so much going on between the moderate Arab countries and Israel today. I think that the result of this war is going to be a change in the Middle East that we can only have dreamed about 5 or 10 years ago, even 2 years ago. I think that people are ignorant if they think that all, Morocco, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, even Oman, Kuwait, Israel is helping every single one of them protect their infrastructure. There's so much diplomacy going on behind the scenes between those countries because they have a shared common enemy, even if they openly can't say that. And I think once this gets resolved, I think there's going to be a huge willingness between all of these countries to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great. I haven't been following the war. I can't lie to you, but I am on social media and what Shai is saying is kind of what I'm seeing just on the social media side of things. And these people from these countries that are coming out, full hijab and everything and able to speak out against what's going on in their countries and show like, hey, like not everyone is on this side of it. Um, so I'm also very optimistic about it. I don't want to make it sound cliche because like I'm in a position where this doesn't matter as much to me, but I look at what's going on in the world by when I'm driving and I look at the gas prices. I know that there's still a crisis going on because everything is still expensive. Uh, so,
Mike, what do you think about the president of Lebanon openly saying to Iran, basically stop causing the war in our country? That was to me like a historic moment where he openly blamed Iran and not Israel. Something I never he literally came out and said, get Hezbollah out of our country.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
they want direct negotiations with Israel. Like they're talking to each other directly now. They don't even have mediators, which is also a first.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's huge. It's about time that the politicians in the Middle East got a backbone. And I think more than the attack that happened, America attacking Iran or blowing up some of its infrastructure. More than that, it empowered these other governments to finally speak up. Like, hey, we're getting bullied. And Lebanon is a much smaller country, right? And Iran is a way bigger country with 100 million people and a big military. Um, presence in Lebanon. So it's nice that he's able to speak out. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Lebanese constitution, the way that it's set up. It's a very uh,
Yeah.
unified type of government where the president, by the constitution, must be a Maronite Christian, and the prime minister is a Sunni Muslim, and one other position is a Shia Muslim. So it really brings all the religions together there in Lebanon in order to make a decision not based on what one religious ideology is, to kind of make it all work out. So it's nice to see that this president is able to speak like that, knowing that he's in a Muslim majority country, but still has the backing of so many people, especially in the South, that were loyal to Hezbollah, which are now starting to come out like, hey, we're tired of having this flag in our country getting flown around that isn't ours.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you had to bet, what country do you think joins the Abraham Accords first?
If I had to pick one,
You have to pick
right,
one.
but I think can join tomorrow. It would be one of the smaller ones, like we said,
What do you
Oman,
think?
Bahrain.
And Bahrain's already in.
Okay, so it would be Oman, the UAE's in it.
Yeah.
Qatar, is Qatar in it?
Qatar's not.
Okay,
No.
Qatar next.
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you with my guess. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Syria.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna guess Syria.
That would be a great one. You know,
Huge.
so Jordan's part of the Abraham Accords.
Well,
And
they're not part of the Accords. They just had the peace agreement before. They had a peace agreement before the Accord, so they didn't have to formally join. But yeah,
okay, so yeah, because they have their own peace agreement, you see so much commerce back and forth between Israel and Jordan. Even I read the other day that Jordan buys water from Israel because Israel has developed a way to take all that salt water um, and get the salt out, and they're selling fresh water for Jordan. So I mean that's just a basic life necessity. So imagine if getting into a peace agreement with this country gives you the opportunity to have access to fresh water. I mean, it's something so basic, and it's not like oh, this is water and we're holding it back from you. No, this is water that you can't drink that we're making drinkable, and let's make it work. I think just for that one reason is a good reason to sign it.
yeah. I mean, the water, medicine, technology. So many things come from Israel that we use in our day-to-day lives. People don't realize it. I always found that ironic when people are videoing anti-Israel BDS protests using an iPhone. And it's like, well, Apple has like a huge research and development in Israel. But anyway, yeah, I think Syria also, and which would be such a crazy shift from having the Assad government trying to build a nuclear weapon, just a few years ago, to a peace agreement between those two countries. And also remember, all the weapons to Hezbollah flow from Iran to Syria to Lebanon. Right. So cutting off that flow of weapons also directly impacts Lebanon, Lebanon's ability to finally get Hezbollah off their backs.
Yeah, yeah.
Shai, going off of what you said, though, about the technology that comes out of Israel, I would encourage any of our listeners to go to the Tent of Two Brothers social media pages. They're always posting about all the wonderful things that come from Israel that a lot of people probably don't know about. I know my favorite is Waze, and I know a lot of people use that for avoiding traffic and getting alerts while you're driving. So it's really amazing. It's like eye-opening, the things that originate in Israel that you wouldn't know about.
I had no idea until I started seeing all those posts. The amount of medicine,
Yeah.
the medicine is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, they come up with a cure. I just saw they have a new thing for Parkinson's, and Mike and I have a mutual friend who has Parkinson's. I sent that to him, and we're trying to get him in for that treatment. And it's had unbelievable success. I sat next to a guy on a plane, and he had all these things on his head, and he had Parkinson's, and he showed me he actually had been in that trial. And he showed me that his handwriting when he got Parkinson's, like what it looked like. He showed me a picture. And then he took out a pen and a paper and wrote his name perfectly. And he showed me that how well it worked for him. It was from Israel, not Jewish.
That's amazing.
Just a regular guy, and it is incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
So Mike and I have a friend who has Parkinson's, and we're trying to get him into this program right now.
That's, yeah. I just, I didn't know about a lot of that. So it's really great to hear. So check out the 10 of Two Brothers social media pages to learn more. But to kind of piggyback off of this topic a little bit, talking about who will join the Abraham Accords and, just coming to different agreements with the war and all of that. Can America, another topic I wanted to go over today is, can America still build bridges across communities? A little bit about why civic trust is declining, and then practical ways that leaders can bring different communities together despite political and cultural divisions. Mike, do you want to start us off with this one?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
We are in tough times, but tough landscape today. I think we still can. America is still that goal for a lot of people across all over the world, and I think that we can. We just need to get a little bit closer. We've all gone so far to the right or to the left that it really won't take much to kind of bring people closer together. We talked about Maya and Chaya's meet when we originally met, and ours was more kind of unity through division. So, but it takes a very special kind of person to be able to talk, to be divisive, divisive, and
You just said unity through division.
really because but we also have similar kind of personality. So it worked out that way that we became closer based on things that 90% of conversations would talk.
You really got him with that one.
One of the best lines ever.
But it's not as good as peace through strength. Okay, but I'm gonna coin it.
Unity through division. That's fantastic. Sorry, continue.
So I think we spent, and when I say we, I mean just the government and social media and the media spend so much time trying to give everyone their own bubble, right? And now you've effectively separated everyone, where now we just need to figure out, okay, like we are different, but that doesn't make us different. So I don't think that it's not going to happen. But it's not going to happen tomorrow. But who knows? I think after this presidency, things are a little hot, and I don't think they're going to cool down this term. But I think after that, things are going to start to get better.
Yeah, so I agree, and I'm going to be a little more definitive, I think, than you are. Mike's much better politician than I am. So I think if you look at history, everything is a pendulum, right? You have extremes that swing this way and that swing that way. Over an extended period of time, you see, it's like a free for all, and then it's really conservative, and then and everything goes back and forth. And when you're involved in something, you're looking at today and tomorrow. You're not looking at the big picture. I think what's happened today is there's so much division that the average person is looking for something to bring people together. I think we've fallen off the cliff, and now it's going to start going the other way. It may fall a little, make it a little worse before it gets better. And I think you'll still have outliers. But I think, with AI, with social media, I think most people at this point know they're being lied to. They know they're being fed whatever narrative, whatever echo chamber. More and more people are acknowledging the problem. Even if in the back of their head, they're believing kind of, a portion of what they're seeing, people are starting to say, okay, what's the other side of the story? Or what am I missing? Or am I being lied to? People are so skeptical about everything they see. One of the questions I think we talked about on the podcast, but I was talking about this the other day, is how will you ever use video evidence in a trial again when you can make anything look real? Right. And I think that concept applies to also people are skeptical about what they see. I think AI is going to drive in-person interaction to swing back the other way, where no one was seeing anyone in person. I think no one's going to believe anything they see without seeing it in person. And I think it's an opportunity. I think it's an opportunity to bring people together. I think it's an opportunity for people to kind of get outside of their echo chamber in real life, not just on social media, meet with people, talk to people. And to Mike's point, I don't know if it's unity through division, but I would say it's you find that you have a lot more in common when you're willing to have the conversation. Mike and I obviously have, a ton of things in common, a lot more than I would have ever expected. But my sneaking suspicion is that many people who grew up differently, different cultures, different religions, different skin color, wherever they are in life, I think they'll find that they have a lot more in common than they do differences if they're willing to have that conversation.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. And I feel like, Shia, you've talked a lot about that. Like, you'll be on flights with people and you'll spark up a conversation. And as long as that other side is willing to listen and you're willing to hear the other side, I feel like at the end of any conversations where you're talking about something polarizing, where they have extremely different views, you can usually get them to kind of at least see where you're coming from, which is a beautiful thing. And that's just in the everyday, like small one person here or there. But it really does make a difference. Just
I
being
think so
willing
too.
to,
Yeah, you're 100% right. I think, look, you're always going to have some extremists who, no matter what you do or say, like they're not going to let the facts get in the way. You have a
yeah.
lot of people who kind of fall between here, and they're skeptical. Like, I don't know what to believe. I'm hearing two sides of the story. What is the reality? Like, there are certain things that are facts, right? The sky is blue, the grass is green, the world is round. You're always going to have some people who, no, the world is a flat. You're never going to be able to convince some otherwise, right? So it's almost like, okay, forget about the extremes, but the people in the middle here that kind of fall between, the extreme right, the extreme left, everybody in the middle, they have the ability to come together. And I think, and I'm hopeful that that's going to happen.
Shia,
Like that.
there's something you shared with me.
Sure.
Sorry, Mike. There's something you shared with me a long time ago about the tree in Hebrew, the tree bending one way
Oh,
too
yes.
far and
Yeah.
then coming back to correct itself. Will you,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but will you
No,
share that with the class?
it's a Hebrew saying that, like, when a tree is bent all the way this way, if you want it to stand straight, you have to bend it all the way the other way. Right. So to get it to stand in the middle. And you're 100% right. That's exactly what I was saying with the pendulum. Things tend to swing to extremes, but you hope and you can get back to that middle. And I think there's an opportunity to do so when things are so polarized.
Yeah. Great outlook. Yeah, you definitely have a way more definitive answer than I do. I like to cover all my bases here.
Yeah, Mike doesn't like to have the comments underneath that are directed at him. Mike, did you see some of the comments at me?
No, I haven't yet, but I'm a very sensitive person, so I get like
Oh,
really.
oh, you should read these comments. We had some real hate mail a few weeks ago.
Okay. I'll have to
But
go.
it's never at you. It's always at me because I take a more definitive stance on issues.
It was the same reason why I let you negotiate the lion sweet kind of thing.
We might not end up with a sweet, but hey,
But
You guys are like yin and yang. It's perfect. It's a perfect friendship.
it really is.
You complement each other.
Sarah and Shai, I noticed you guys both have rings on. Are these like aura rings or yeah,
Yes.
it seems more than a regular ring. Okay.
For health.
And you didn't wear a ring down there?
I love the aura. I've had it for a long time. How long have I had my aura for?
I would say at least a year, maybe 2.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I love it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to order the new one. I got to get the sizing thing. The Aura 5 just came out. I heard it's better battery and a little thinner.
Yeah.
Yes. I was just looking at that too.
Yeah.
So I was once my wife told me about the 5 and she loves hers and she was saying that it's thinner and lasts longer and that might be a reason for me to start wearing one. So
Join the club.
yeah, let your people know that and start tracking my vitals.
They already do.
You guys, let's share the sizing packet though, okay? Because I think they're like $10.
Sarah, you are in charge. You're in charge of the sizing pack, ordering the sizing packet.
Okay.
Mike and I will otherwise never get it. Or we'll order 3 of the wrong sizes and end up giving them to other people. So you're going to save us a lot of money by just getting the size.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
Yeah, we can share. Please do not, let's not all 3 buy it. I can't condone that type of behavior. We have
Sarah,
to
you
just
get the
once.
sizing pack. I'll buy the ring and Shaya's going to buy me new AirPods.
Your AirPods are being delivered this
Perfect.
afternoon, Mike. Just so we're clear.
I might be able to come pick them up.
No, they're being delivered to you this afternoon.
I might be able to come pick them up.
Well, I'm headed downtown today. So
What are you doing downtown today?
we've got a conference with one of the insurances that we're contracted with. So it's going to be a good time.
Okay. Just tell us where to find you. We have your location. We'll drop it off wherever you are.
Exactly.
Tracking you as we speak.
Yeah, I'm still.
Oh, yeah, no, it is what it is. Just, I want to circle back to one quick point before we wrap up. Sarah, why couldn't you condone us all getting the sizing packs?
I feel the same way about this as I do about paying for return shipping. I know it's a very small amount, but it just to pay for it 3 times unnecessarily hurts me.
Yeah.
It hurts you.
Yeah, $10 is $10. I don't care who you are.
I completely agree. I just wanted to
Yeah.
hear you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives me, Sarah's going to explain what nachas is. Because it gives me nachas when
Pride.
someone says that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
proud of me.
Yeah. And I don't know if we have any other topics or if this is just kind of like,
This is a free for all.
a conversation part. Speaking of good deals, where before I would have just like stuck the gun and like, hey, I need it now. So I buy a very impulsive personality. Um, I recently started experimenting with peptides. And one of these peptide companies that I order from, they have BOGO buy two, get one free Tuesdays. So, and I yesterday ran out of one that I've been taking and I was going to go and order it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to buy two and get one free. So I refused to buy it. So I am not medicating myself because I couldn't get one free. But then I'm going to order on Tuesday and then I'll pay the extra for the overnight shipping, which is going to be the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing because you got Mike, I completely agree with you. And now you're giving me nachas also. God.
Mike, just really stack up. Get like, buy 4, get 2 free or whatever the deal is. Buy 6, get 3 free.
Yes, once you're paying for the overnight shipping, you better buy more.
Yeah. Because now I need to.
You spread the cost. Yeah.
And you can share it with us if you think, it's too much at one time. We'll take your peptides.
Can you explain peptides to me? Because everyone's talking about it. I don't know anything about it. Can you just explain it quickly?
Yeah. So here's where I'll start. Do you know what the first peptide to ever be used widely is?
No.
Insulin for people with diabetes.
Oh, really?
So all it is, it's a chain. A peptide is a chain of amino acids that's put together in a certain order. That can help with things such as insulin control for diabetics. And now they have peptides that help with like gut health or wound healing or helps with like foggy thinking, ones that reduce inflammation. The GLP-1s that are huge right now that people are losing weight with, those are just peptides, just with a name. So there's a few out there that are in experiment mode, but they've been submitted to the FDA. And I'm a big believer, similar to when we talked about big companies taking over what the government has been doing. I don't think any company is going to submit anything to the FDA because of how expensive the submission is. If they don't know that what they've made is going to pass. I don't know what the rate is that FDA approves things, but I have been using experimental ones, but only the ones that are in FDA approval process. But I've seen great results as far as just being kind of cognitively there. I feel that I was having a ton of knee pain over the past few months. I started taking one that's called the Wolverine stack. They call it that because you heal as fast as a Wolverine, like in the X-Men movies. And I don't have any knee pain. And just yesterday I realized, wow, my knee hasn't been hurting. So,
Mike, one quick question, because I am wrapping up. How do you take them? Is it orally? Is it a IV?
These are subcutaneously. So just a small amount in a needle and you shoot it right into.
You give a shot? Okay.
You can take them orally too, though. They do come in supplement, like a pill, like a vitamin bottle.
Yeah. But research shows that anything that you take orally it's going to be like 95% destroyed by the time it gets into your system because of your stomach acid.
Right.
Interesting.
Absorption is better with the needles.
So send me a link. I want to try it.
Okay. Well, don't order without me.
Well, I'm waiting for Tuesday.
Tuesday's the day.
We're paying overnight shipping. Okay, send me the link and we'll coordinate this order. Because if we're paying overnight shipping, we're getting our money's worth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm in.
All right.
Before we go, 1062 Brothers is going to be donating a bunch of Chaldean Night tickets to people that want to go that normally wouldn't be able to afford to go. And I think it's a big deal. So if anyone's interested, please reach out to us somehow into the comment section or if you could DM us or whatever it is. And we'll get you and your family hooked up to go. And it comes with a Chaldean Night jersey. that night. That's the giveaway.
Ooh.
And I think the coolest color ever. It comes in Babylon blue.
I love it, Mike. I won't be in town, so I won't be there. But please hold one for me.
Oh yeah, I already asked them to keep a box on the side for me. I want to hold on to.
In fact, in our new, we got to jump, but in our new, what's it called? In our new podcast room, we should put it on the wall.
Yes.
We'll put like a Jewish Heritage Night and Babylon Blue.
That would be really cool.
I love it. All right, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great weekend, guys. Take care.
See you.